guys and gals, boys and girls, ghosts and ghouls. I'm Scary Gary, and joining me today, as always, is Spooky Sammy.
Hi. Here. How's it going?
Eerie Aaron.
Hello. Oh, that's creepy.
Why isn't it showing you?
You see me?
You gotta talk.
You don't hear me?
I hear you. I see you.
You see and hear me?
There we go.
And also joining me is Juicy Jeff.
Hey guys, how you doing? Cheers.
We are Division 3 AM, and this is the Before the Aftermath. We're here to talk about where we're going next on our investigation, and we are heading to Stone Mansion. We haven't talked about it very much. We haven't probably heard about it very much, but that's because we don't know very much. But we're going there. We're going to investigate. We're doing our show a little differently today. We are doing it across Zoom because we all couldn't get together, and we gotta have a Halloween episode, y'all. So this is it. I wear my sunglasses at night, and today we're all drinking different stuff, I'm sure. I don't know what everyone else has, but I have a Red's Wicked Sour Apple.
Ooh, that
and
looks good.
you know, probably tastes good.
For what we can
Also-
see. Of it, it looks
Yeah, you can see it for a second.
Stop.
I'm drinking hard apple cider in a little spooky glass.
I want what you got.
Is that hard apple cider with maybe some moonshine in it?
Yeah, the pumpkin.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh, man.
I should have grabbed the damn
You gotta lift your
moonshine.
stash for this one.
Should have grabbed the moonshine. Sour apple.
I am drinking Elysian Night Owl pumpkin ale.
Damn, that looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
What do you got, Jeff?
I'm not showing what I'm drinking because Sam gave me a stupid Red's Apple Ale and I'm gonna drink it.
Hey, that's all right. I
because-
thought you were gonna say Bud Light.
Because I'm a basic bitch still, I'm gonna drink it.
Hey, you know what?
We all started somewhere.
Yeah, you know what?
That's where me and
And
Sam
fuck you
started
on that.
once.
Just fuck you on that. If we're all glitchy, it's because we never used virtual backgrounds before, and mine is not working with my costume very well. It's being
No, it's because the costume's all black.
Yep, it's just trying to black me out.
And mine's not virtual. It's mine.
Yours is a real background.
See, we have a 40-minute time limit. Is
Yeah,
that right? Okay.
yeah, I believe so.
Do you have a timer so we know when we're close?
Nope.
Well, all right. Well, 10:46. So I'll let you know.
All right, so we're gonna just jump right into it. Stone Mansion. We're going to, where is it, Jeff?
It's the General Azazel Stone Mansion in Winchester, Indiana.
Winchester, Indiana. And every time I've brought this up to somebody, they're like, Winchester? I'm like, not that Winchester.
I know. I saw that and I got excited. For
Not the
you.
mystery
too.
house, not yet.
You
It's
know,
on the
everyone's
bucket
like,
list.
why don't you go to that one? I'm like, that is far away. You won't pay for it?
It's in San Diego.
That is quite far away. We'll go there one day. But today we'll settle for Indiana because it's not that far.
Yes.
So I know jack shit about the Stone Mansion. I haven't looked anything up about it at all except for a picture, just so I could see what it looked like. And I don't know any history. I've never heard of the place. And Jeff went on his little digging adventure to find out what he could find out about Stone Mansion. So Jeff, what do you have?
Not much. Some basic history of the house. It was constructed in 1872. For Azazel and Lydia Stone, his wife Lydia. It's built in the Second Empire architectural style. The third floor, something interesting with the house itself, the third floor was built with windows that extend beyond the house because he was an avid stargazer. So he wanted to be able to look up at the stars. There are houses on the property that were built for the construction workers that were working on the property that still remain on the east side of the property, and you can see them directly across the road in some of the pictures. Azazel Stone himself was from Marietta, Ohio originally. His wife was from Cincinnati. So they're from our home state. They were married in Hamilton, Ohio in 1837, and then shortly after they moved to Winchester. Zazel was a well-respected carpenter and contractor and also an entrepreneur. He moved to Winchester and joined the state senate there before the Civil War. During the Civil War, he was actually the commissary general and the state quartermaster general, and he also ran the state bakery. When the Civil War ended, he went back to being a state senator and was actually instrumental in the railroad coming through Winchester, Indiana. He was also a president, director, and shareholder of Randolph County Bank. In 1880, he donated 40 acres of the property to create Fountain Park Cemetery in Winchester, and you can see his burial plot from the master bedroom window of the property. In terms of paranormal stuff at this place, I found zero. I've watched a couple of videos of some stuff. People have talked about a couple deaths that have happened on the property or in the house, but as far as actual paranormal, like, yes, this is the stuff that has happened in this place, I found literally nothing. We're going into this completely blind on that. Some of the videos talked about some stuff, and they caught some EVPs and stuff in the house, but it was nothing like that definitively said, like some of the other places we've gone to where they have huge history on, yes, this is the haunting history of this place. This place just doesn't have that.
That was going to be my next question too. Like, what are the paranormal claims? Because I don't know any of that. And we have talked about it before. Like, it kind of seems like they're just using an old property maybe to keep money up, to keep it going by maybe saying it's haunted, which we've been to places we paid a lot of money for where I really think they're doing that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Names named, but a few episodes
the people
back.
who own this property also own the Randolph County Infirmary and the Old County Jail, which actually do have both have paranormal, quite a bit of paranormal history to them.
Slumping this one in, like, you know what? Come on down to this one too. It's a little cheaper because there ain't shit there.
I mean, it's still an old house, and it's got a cemetery directly on the property, so I imagine there's some paranormal stuff to it.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're
I
just
went to
be
the website today, and there was a team called Bug Paranormal. It was horrible. It was a horrible video. I sent Sam Snapchats. I'm like, is this Gary in like 40 years? Because it looks just like you. It really looked like you.
Oh, no.
You'll have to go to the website. I'm like, oh, no.
I have to look it up now.
They said they caught some EVPs of like children's voices, and they caught some music. So, I mean, maybe there's something, you know.
Oh, another cool fact, another interesting fact about the place. All the fireplaces are made of Carrara marble, which is the same marble that Michelangelo used to create the David statue.
Oh,
those rich.
It was imported from the Italian peninsula.
Goddamn.
fancy. Ooh.
Fancy.
So I started a fire.
So it's safe to say it's going to be freezing there, or do they? Have
there are heated rooms, from what I understand. The spot where we would generally set up a base camp is a heated room.
Okay.
Oh,
so we should be
One of the
Indian Hills all over again.
A winter investigation. I can't remember.
Oh, it was really cold at Indian Hill.
Yeah, it was.
True.
Ice cold at Indian Hill.
That's 100-year-old older than this one.
Yeah, we haven't really done any winter investigations. Like, the closest we got was when we went on our little road trip to Saginaw, and it was all snowy. But,
and I wasn't even there for that.
And we weren't even a team yet.
Well, shit. Good thing I put on an extra 10 pounds. Gonna need it.
Tagging on the insulation.
I've only
Just
investigated
preparing for the
once.
investigation over here, y'all.
I investigated Mansfield in the winter, and that was like torture. Like, your hands were just like swelling; they were burning so bad from being cold. And they were like, "We have gloves for sale."
When it was like 30 degrees.
Oh, it was.
And we were sweating.
Bundled. Oh, we were bundled. We had Sherpa pants. Like, it was.
So if anybody can survive it, it's going to be us.
That's
You guys are going to be looking like Jack Torrance at the end of The Shining.
So the only thing I'm just like, wow, about when it comes to going to this place is really another mansion after what happened to us at the last one. We're just jumping straight into another one.
We're like, that shit was good. We need
You know what? We got our best evidence at Prospect, though.
We're like, y'all got any more?
Yes, we did.
The mansion.
By far.
I don't expect to get dragged across the floor this time, and if I do, I'm never doing another mansion again. I'm like, well, mansions are out. They get grabbed every time.
Now you know it's like going to be a tradition. Every time we do a mansion, we have to put Gary in the attic in the dad position for at least like 20 minutes. He has to lay
Yes, I like it.
Now,
a
if I get
tradition.
grabbed by the groin and pulled, I'm never ghost hunting again. See my hips go out first, and then I get pulled, and I go, what the fuck?
Like, let me pull on your dick a little while.
Let me pull your dick.
Like, why are the ghosts perverted? I don't understand.
Gary's like, I'm staying here, guys. You guys can go
It's
back.
like old times. It always falls into poops and dicks.
Well, when you got gold, why look for silver, right?
So Sam, like, talk about your background there. You got some friends back there. We haven't showed them on the show before.
Oh no, we haven't. So this is Amy. The other day, I think they were playing with each other, these two, because she's usually sitting up here, and like I heard like giggling up here, and I was downstairs, and the cats came booking it upstairs, and I came up here, and like she was facing her, and her head was turned facing her, so they were like they were playing with each other. I was like, I'm just gonna let you guys play. But this is Amy. This is Annalise. I have no clue what those guys' names are. Gary got them for me, but they stay in here with that holy water down there. They like to move around in their cases, but I'm not about to open it to see what they do. And then I've got this one too.
Oh,
Oh, she's cute, isn't she? She's so tiny.
cute and
Small.
deadly.
Yeah.
Well, I got me a little connection now, and I might be getting a human fetus with the skins on it, and it's not grown in all the way, so it's kind of transparent. You can see the skeleton.
Why? That's awful. But so cool.
I could totally. I was like telling the lady, I was like, I mean, that's cool and interesting because I'm human, but she has kittens in jars too that are preserved from the owners because they died from some disease or something. I'm like, I can't own that though. I'm like, that would mess me up.
I would own that.
I don't want to own kittens or cats in a jar. No, I'm good. I don't want a human baby though. I'm cool with that. That way I can be like, that used to be me.
Saw some mummified pigs the other day. That looked pretty cool though. I might want to own one of those.
Yeah, I have to show you some of this lady's stuff. She has a cast of a Sphinx kitten that died like before it was old enough to open its eyes or walk. And she cast it in like this skin feeling rubber. It's like pink and it feels like an actual kitten and it has every wrinkle in it. It's like a death mask, but for an entire kitten. It's crazy. She's got some crazy stuff like post-mortem photos from like the 1800s of dead people posing with their families. It's crazy.
Well, this is a good segue to give a shout out to the Anatomy of Death Museum. The place is no joke. Like, he's from wall to wall, just skeletons, and like he literally has masks made from human heads that were cut off by the Aztecs that they put horns on, and they used to put them on posts and carry them into battle. Like,
Holy shit. Yeah, we got to go to that place, and
Place is awesome.
we may be investigating there.
yeah.
Next year.
I already
Next year, guys.
talked to him about that, and I'm planning on trying to get us in February or March.
Well, if with after seeing that, I was like, how do you come to own human bones? And that's how I stumbled across this lady who happens to live, I think, in Toledo or Maumee. But she sells human bones as well. She has skulls, and she just sold like 3 human ribcage bones. So I'm like, I'm gonna start collecting some creepy stuff just so people have something to talk about when they come over.
What is her name? Like, where did you find her?
I don't know her name, but she goes by Properly Grim. She has a booth at the Maumee Antique Mall. And
Okay.
there's a bunch of stuff like that in there, like old medical equipment, like sawbones, bone saws. And she has like the one that's like the piano wire with the razor blades on it. It's like a bone saw. There's like a
Okay.
bunch of old medical books, skeletons. Uh, she doesn't really keep postmortem photos in there. In fact, she doesn't take them very many places, she said, because I just went and met her in person after I found out she was going to be at a show over here in Sylvania for a trunk or treat. And the first thing I was like, do you have any postmortem photos? She's like, no, it's a kids event. I was like, I figured. I was like, but she had a stuffed, not a platypus, a beaver. And he was like really chunky and his name was literally Chonk. So I almost bought him. I'm like, nah, I can't. I just bought a bat. Yeah, me and Sam bought bats. We have dead bats in our homes now. I have to keep mine put up because my cats think they're live bats and want to eat it.
I have mine in my case downstairs. And I bought 2 little baby bat skulls too.
Yeah, we all need to get
Got quite the
together.
spooky collection here.
Yeah, we're starting one up. We're getting more creepy as time goes on. I'm trying to build up a library.
One of the bat skulls is for you, Aaron.
Oh. Well, then I got quite the collection growing.
It's tiny. It's like so little. It's like a little baby. It's so cute.
It's so
The
batty.
collection started I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got to get together soon. We're going to probably go visit together the Afterlife Museum and then, just get ideas like when we investigate, which is what we're going to check out.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely a different area to investigate. So, something with more haunted objects versus like a haunted location. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, just to see if we get more stuff on a room of objects than we get in a building that just supposedly is haunted. Like, wonder what we'll get, one better than the other or not.
Well, especially in a place that's got so many different human remains in it.
Wow. Very significant ties to a lot of bad people.
Multiple objects from the Oddfellows.
Ooh.
Multiple. Like
One of
a
the
full
first-
skeleton from their rituals and some robes and stuff from an Oddfellows hall. Which is really cool.
Do I have to have like certain certificates in order to own this stuff?
I
No,
think so.
No, you just have to have a lot of money.
Yeah, in
That would be
certain
like the perfect
states.
place to like hide a body because it's like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's
Under
got
the
all kinds
stage,
of bodies
apparently.
anyway.
Yeah, in
Under the
certain
stage is
states,
apparently
I
the
guess
right
it's
spot.
illegal to sell like human skeletons or body parts or whatever, but
Mhm.
we don't live in one of them, so that's cool.
Hmm.
I think it's like
Yeah.
Louisiana and
Well, yeah,
one other
'cause They
state.
do all kinds of weird shit down there. They were putting voodoo dolls.
They also don't want you robbing their ancient cemeteries.
Yeah, I've been reading a book called Funerals to Die For, and it's like different funerals throughout history, like different types of traditions are like the craziest funeral ever, like the most violent funeral ever. There's a lot of weird shit out there. Like there's stuff I didn't know people did. Like in one country, if your family member dies and they lived in another village, like your family treks to that village and you go like confirm that that's your family member and then you eat them. And by the time you get there, they're already dead and bloated and rotting and you're just going to heat them up and eat them. It's pretty
Yeah.
fucked up.
What's that one where they dig them up every year and like pose
Yeah,
with
and they
them
have like a
shit?
party with them. Like
It's in like
cigarette
Nepal
in
or
his
something,
mouth.
isn't it?
it's something like Nepal.
Yeah.
Or if you go to Taiwan or certain smaller areas of China, they have strippers at their funerals. And if there's 2 funerals going on at the same time, they try to get the most strippers and see who can draw the most people to their funeral. So it's like a giant party and they're competing.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Sounds like they got it figured out.
Well, the cannibal tribes don't even have funerals. They just eat the dead people and then keep their bones as mementos.
Yeah.
Like all the cannibalistic tribes.
I was reading about quite a lot. I'm almost done with this book, and there's just a lot of disturbing stuff that people do. Like I've read about the sky burials and like different stuff people do with ashes and how much it costs to die fat, which is absolutely astronomical. You have to buy 2 plots if you're fat. It's crazy.
I was watching some random YouTube thing about like
Just better get that shit
history.
in check.
of cemeteries and like burials and stuff, and they're just saying that by burying somebody naturally in the ground, and like we're just not going to have room for that anymore. So they're like looking at other ways of just like either cremation or put yourself in a tree or whatever.
There's a new one where they dip you in cryogenics and put you to like negative 200 degrees and freeze your body, and then they shatter you, and then they grind that up into like dust.
Space and shit.
Yeah,
That sounds awful.
You can be shot into space.
Play that Lindsey Sterling song in the background while they're doing it.
Yeah, that Shatter Me or whatever.
with Lizzie Hale.
Yeah. But the coolest one, like you can be turned into a diamond since we are carbon.
Oh, yeah, I saw
there
that.
are companies that can. Yep, our tattoo. There was a guy who wrote for Marvel Comics who had his ashes mixed into the ink, and like a year later, they printed his last comic book with his ashes in the ink and sold it.
Awesome.
So now I got to find one of those to add to my creepy crap. I don't even know what comic book it is, but I'm just like, there's a human's ashes all over these pages. Wonder if that's hygienic.
There's a company that actually you can pay them to cut your tattoos off of your body, and then they preserve them behind glass and give them to your family.
That's fucking morbid.
Yeah, there was a guy who like, what was it, like some sort of like Chinese mafia people or something, like their whole bodies would be covered in tattoos, and he considered those like massive works of art. So he would contact these guys when they're on death row and see if they'd let him cut their tattoos off, and he'd flay like their whole back and arm and like cut off every single thing and piece it back together and like tan it and frame it. So there's a museum of like all these guys, like full bodies of tattoos. It's pretty cool. It's pretty insane, but the artwork is like one of a kind, like so immaculate and detailed.
Nice tattoo. It's not mine.
I don't know what the Chinese one's called. I know the Yakuza do the same thing for the Japanese.
Yeah, I think they were a lot of Yakuza that he did it for too. Like he has pictures of him alive with the tattoos, and then he has the picture of the flayed skin next to it.
Because honestly, the Yakuza have some sweet tattoos.
Yeah, they do.
Right,
and they're usually stick and poke. They're usually not even.
Yeah, they do it the old fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 4 minutes.
4 minutes left?
Yep.
All right. We love to talk, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
All right. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to going. I hope that it is worth our while.
We hope to find some awesome evidence. We hope to find something there because we don't know what's there. We have no information about it. So we're going in blind. We're going to have a hopefully good investigation. We're going to come back at least with some evidence to talk about, and hopefully enough to have a show, because I don't want to ever come to the point where we just don't have enough to have a show. We're like, we have nothing. So we went to this place and here's none of our evidence. It's going to happen someday. I just hope it's not this place, but we'll be going soon. We'll be back. We'll let you guys know what we found, if we found anything, and we'll see you guys then. We really don't have anything else to talk about. We just filled in some space and time with some interesting things we could think to talk about. So
we didn't do a topic again.
Yeah, we didn't do a topic again because we don't have a topic this time. We knew it was going to be a short show. Well, we talked about funerals. There we go. We're talking about strange funeral traditions. That was our topic for the show. We didn't even plan. We talked about skulls, baby fetuses, and creepy dolls. We just started talking about shit. And that's our topic for this episode, talking about shit.
Talking about shit. I'm going to need you to apologize to my dolls, though. They're not creepy.
Yeah, they're not creepy.
Yeah, don't put
I showed that girl that has all that stuff. I showed her your dolls. I was like, oh, check these out. She had a very old doll, and she just auctioned it off tonight, I think. Really old, really creepy. But I was like, oh, check these out. And she's like, oh, damn, those are some big, scary babies.
You're not scary babies. You're not scary babies.
Sam's going to get beat up in her sleep now.
They come after me, guys. You have no idea.
Little knuckles in her cheek. Little knuckle bruises. Like, what happened? My dolls beat me. All right, guys, so that's going to do it because we're running out of time here on the timer for the Zoom. So that's all we have for you for this show. And we're all drinking different stuff. Jeff's is a mystery. Ours is a thirstery. And as you know, It's 3 a.m. somewhere.
Oh, nobody else did it. It's okay.
Ghost
Okay,
beer.
we'll do it again. We got a minute. Ready? And as you know, it's
It's
3
3
a.m.
a.m.
somewhere. All right. See you guys later. Bye.